Hey everyone, it's Lauren with XGRiD Campers, and we are here today to show you some of the new upgrades and options for the 2025 Atlas Outdoors TetonX. Let's take a look. So today what I'm going to go through are some of the options and highlights for the new TetonX for 2025. We've been working with TetonX for about a year now, and we're very excited to have this rig within our portfolio. This has been really popular for both couples and families. And the reason is because you can sleep up to a family of 6 inside and with the rooftop tent on the rear. This is set up with 30 gallons of water, and you can get up to 660 amp hours lithium batteries, 490 watts of solar on the roof, and a 12-volt air conditioning unit. So if you want good technology, a great setup, total capabilities for being off-grid for long periods of time, this is a great unit to take a look at. This does come standard with the air suspension, so it gives you a lot of capability for adjusting your ride height for both the trails and highways, but then also leveling when you get to your campsite. The outdoor kitchen is really set up well. What people love about it is this accessory drawer. So this is an option that you can do. You can set this up and have all of your utensils, all your cups and everything ready to go and a place for it all. The stove on the TetonX is the Mountaineer and Camp Chef. These are two 20,000 BTU burners. We're going straight to the propane tank here, so this gives you the ability to cook at higher elevations and in cold temperatures and really cook for a large family. On the rear of the kitchen, we have a large prep area. So this is really nice, get everything set up for dinner. If you have multiple cooks cooking together, you do get a nice little custom bamboo cutting board and a lot of space to set up your meals. On the front of the trailer is the slide out for the CFX 75-liter dual zone fridge. So that's really nice. You do have the dual zone, so you have fridge and freezer capabilities if you'd like that. And on the front, you have 2 large storage bins. This is great for your pots and pans, as well as some pantry items. One of the nice options available on the TetonX is a slide-out prep/dining table. So this gives you a nice option to have a place to sit or use it as additional prep. There is a tripod foot that comes down to support it, but it's really tucks away nice. Gives you a little bit of room, so if you don't want to carry that extra table with you, you don't have to. The TetonX is using Arctic turn doors. So this is what's going to be for the main cabin door, as well as all the side compartments. What we really like about the Arctic turn doors are the high quality compression latches. So as we close this in, it has a heavy gasket around the side. This compresses in and makes this a really nice airtight seal. Really good setup, great doors, fantastic for an off-road camper such as this. So one of the things that's nice about the TetonX is you have a lot of options with Molle panels and accessories on the exterior. So I want to show you a few here. First of all, this is the large dry box, the storage box in the front. This is an option. Most people take this because it gives you so much exterior storage. You can put your bucket and your gear and your dirty equipment and that sort of thing in this box. Gives you plenty of room for the chairs, that sort of thing up front. This customer opted for the dry box Molle panels, which are these 3 Molle panels on the front of it. So if you want to attach additional gear, you can do that. You can also do front Molle panels. So you'll see this on some of the products that are out there, some of the units where you have Molle panels on the front. That is an option as well. This customer also opted in for the secondary air port. So this is coming from the compressor for the airbags. So you do have an auxiliary port right there if you want to air up your tires as well. The TetonX is running with the ARC 750 EXO jack, as well as the Cruisemaster DO35 hitch. So this gives you the full articulation, 360-degree articulation. You can also do the handbrake on the front, which is really convenient for when you're parked in the garage. We do recommend still using your wheel chocks. And then DC to DC charging is an option run by Victron. So if you were doing the DC to DC option, you'll get the 50 amp Anderson, and we'll run the vehicle side of that, so you can charge from your tow vehicle while driving. You get about 30 amps of power coming from the tow vehicle. It's a really great option, especially when you're traveling a lot, maybe especially in poor weather conditions or at night where the solar isn't going to be as efficient. This gives you a steady 30 amps of power coming from the tow vehicle. The TetonX comes standard with two 11-pound propane tanks, one on each side. This one is set up for the hot water heater and the furnace, so this is pre-plumbed. The other one is set up for the stove, which you can disconnect, put it towards the rear. You can upgrade these as well to two 20-pound tanks if you want a little bit extra capacity. On the driver's side, we have the hot water heater that sits right here, the furnace exhaust, and you have a couple of options for the ensuite or the shower. This is set up with the Joolca dual shower room. So this is really nice if you want a separate space for a shower and then your toilet separately, or a dry room and a wet room, that sort of thing. So it's real popular for families. You can have your toilet on one side, the shower in the other. This does come standard with the 23.0 single room, but you can upgrade to this Joolca double room. On the rear of the TetonX is another storage hatch. This is really convenient. Gives you an extra space to put some extra gear. If you're opting in for the Starlink port, on the Gen 2, the router will be mounted in here, or the 110 volt. If you have the new Mini, then that'll be a USB-C plug right here, all set up, ready to go. And on the rear of the trailer, again, gives you some more options. These are the stationary Molle panels, so these are the option that you can go one on each side of the tire. You can do one or you can do both if you want to. But there is also a rear hinge Molle panel option that you'll see on the build sheets. And the hinge Molle panel turns this into a platform, so you can put a rooftop tent up here. We use the Thule two-person tent. Really neat setup if you want that additional sleeping capability for maybe some kids or extra company that you don't want inside the cabin. The passenger side of the TetonX is covered by the OVS 270 awning. This does come standard with the trailer. However, you can upgrade to the Bush Company 270 as well. So if you'd like the Bush Company products, we do sell those. We can get these on these trailers. If you're opting for the rear rooftop tent, then this will be a 180 awning, as we have the tent on the back of the trailer instead. As we go to the inside, the thing that's really nice here is all the controls for the trailer are right here, easy to access from both inside and outside. So what's really nice about this is it's one control panel for everything. On the top right here, we have the Truma controller. So this is your hot water heater, your hot water and furnace controls. So it gives you the ability to set your temperature right there and then change your water temp as well. Like I said, you have dimmers on all the exterior lights, all the interior, your water pump, perimeter lighting, your accessory plug on the outside. And these are your airbag controls. So you have your power to your air compressor, and then from right here, you can adjust your left and your right bag level. The entire trailer is managed through Victron system. So this has the Victron 3000 watt inverter charger, as well as the Servo GX, giving us visibility and display of our power consumption. So this is a really nice setup. It's going to show you exactly what's going on with your power system and what's coming in, what's coming out, as well as your water meter. So the interior of the TetonX is very comfortable and it's very configurable. Families, couples, solo travelers love this because you can really set this up for the way you want to. One of the first things I wanted to show you here is this setup right here. This area right now is set up as a hidden toilet cabinet. So if you'd like to have the option to have a toilet inside, you can do that here. This opens up, you put your toilet, you can pull it out, you can even use it right there in position if you'd like to, and then close it up. As you might have seen in some of our other videos and some of the other demos that we have out there, you can also set this up as a 4-door cabinet. So if you want cabinetry space, especially for kids, things like that, you can set it up here, or you can do a 2-door cabinet with a sink. So if you'd like to have a sink inside where you can wash your hands, brush your teeth at night without going inside, then you can do that. When we do the sink cabinet or that 4-door cabinet, there is an option for a side-mounted tray where we can put a small induction stove. So some people want to have the ability to cook inside. That induction stove is a great option. In addition to this configuration, we have multiple configurations for the bed setup. And so I want to walk through that, show you how it's set up on this one and what are some of the other scenarios. This trailer got set up with the double bunk. And so what we have here are two 24-inch bunks on the top. So that gives you sleeping for maybe 2 kids. And we have an east-west setup on the queen bed. So that's really nice. This does come standard with this east-west queen bed setup. Now we can change this around and do a north-south queen bed to give you space on the side, as well as do a north-south king. So if you want extra space down below, you can do that. This double setup on the bunk, you can remove one of these. So if you just want a single 24-inch bunk, you can do that as well, give you a little more headspace. On the front of the trailer, we have a third area. So this is also a 24-inch bunk shelf. And so if you want to use this as a place of initial sleeping, you can do that as well. Each of these pads are exactly the same. So if you want to take 1 bunk, 2, or 3, you can do that. So basically with this setup, we have this setup, you could sleep a family of 5 comfortably inside. 2 down there and 2 up above on the bunk and 1 right here, so that's 5. Plus, if we do the rooftop tent out the rear, that's additional 2, that gets you to a family of 7. So a lot of options, very configurable for this size trailer. On the front, we also have a gear shelf that drops down. So when you get to your campsite, if you're not using this as a bed, you can put some extra gear up here. Great place to put your clothes, maybe some of your pantry items. Pull it up, tuck it away when you're not using it. The other nice feature about this is if you are using this as a shelf, you can access the fridge. So this is very convenient when the fridge is pulled in to get in here and get access to some of the cold items that are stored in there. You'll notice on this trailer we have this set up already with the insulation package. So this is an option that we add. It allows a little bit more insulation for cold and hot weather. It's going to make the air conditioner run a little more efficient and also keep it warmer in here in the cold weather. It also provides a more blackouts. So if you're looking to sleep in the morning, we do recommend getting this insulation setup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold back the second bunk. This pulls out. I'm going to go and fold this back, get this out of the way. And now we have a little more room to work around. As I showed you, or as I mentioned before, we can set this up as a queen bed north-south. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pad in the back so I can show you what's underneath everything and what's powering this trailer. To get access to the electrical, you simply pull off all of these platforms. All right, on the left side there, we have the compressor. That is the ARB compressor for the airbags. We're also showing you there the solar MPPT charger by Victron. That's a 50 amp for the 490 watts of solar on the roof, and the Victron 3000 watt multi-plus inverter charger. And next to the inverter charger is all the wiring for the Servo GX, the fuses, and the breakers, as well as the shunt. On the right side, we have the battery setup. This one we've opted for 2 330 amp hour lithium batteries. We recommend going to that 660 capacity when you have the air conditioner. If you're running 12 volt AC, it's going to be pulling anywhere from 30 to 40 amps. And so having that 660 amp hour capacity is a really nice setup. All right, so what we're going to do now is set up the dining room table. So we'll set that up. This is a nice looking table. Allows you to adjust the height as you need to. And now you have a dinette set up for really, 2 to 4 people pretty comfortably. So if you'd like to set this up for the rooftop air conditioner, you can do that here. This is the Dometic 12 volt rooftop mount Really nice setup. Again, if you're going to do this, we recommend going to at least the 330, if not the 660 amp hours of lithium. On the front of the trailer, we also have an optional Molle panel. So this is the interior Molle panel if you're looking to strap additional gear down inside. And this customer also set this up with the door Molle panel around here. So a lot of options to configure this trailer the way you want to, the way you want to use it. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the TetonX by Atlas Outdoors. If you'd like to learn more, please give us a call at XGRiD Campers. We have 2 locations, one in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the other in Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see you soon.